Also, what's up, beautiful souls? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mamina. You can call me Mina for short, or Divine Starseed. We're going to get into this collective message with an open heart and an open mind, but remember that it is collective. Only take what resonates to and for you. Tap into your intuition, separate it from your opinion. We're going to look into what blessings in love you can expect within the next 6 months. This is for all star signs. Okay, so it doesn't matter what your sign is. If something from this message resonates for you, it is for you. I do believe that you came across this video for a reason. It is up to you to tap into your intuition to see what that reason is for, my loves. Let's dive into your connection. We're going to look into divine connections for you. So this could be a person on the way to you, or this could be a person that you're with, and we may see how the relationship develops over the next 6 months. Let's get into it, my loves. What blessings can you expect to happen within the next 6 months? Ooh, off the bat. Okay, we have 8 of Wands. Wow. We're starting out the gate. Queen of Wands energy. Ooh, 6 of Cups. And it just keeps getting better. I'm hearing a few more. All right, my loves. Listen, a lot of momentum is about to pick up for you when it comes to love within the next 6 months. In fact, I would say over the next 8 days or 8 weeks, you might start noticing a lot of synchronicities when it comes to love. By love particularly, I mean, it's not just about tapping into who your person is or who they may be. It's something within you. Something within you is about to spark, and that's going to help you propel forward. And that's going to make it where it's easy for you to spot who your divine counterpart is. If you're with that person right now, you're going to notice within the next 8 days to 8 weeks that there's a bond that just starts intensifying around you. So if things have been a bit stagnant in your relationship right now, and of course, I focus on divine connections, okay? If you're dealing with a karmic, we're not talking about them, all right? We're talking about your divine counterpart, a soulmate, twin flame type of connection, which is definitely present here. There will be some momentum picking up in this connection. And once it starts to pick up, it's going to really take off. It's like a rocket. I'm literally seeing a rocket lift off. So you might already be feeling this about someone. There could be a person that's capturing your attention right now that just whenever you're around them, you kind of feel like you're on a high. You might have been doubting for a minute if anything was going to transpire between the two of you because you were wondering if they felt the same thing too. They will reveal to you what they're feeling. They will be honest and genuine with their love. So I feel like for those of you who are single, if there's somebody that you had in mind or a person whose energy you're channeling right now as you hear this message, that individual, should they be the one for you, they're going to reveal some things to you. But just know, once it starts, honey, it might get a little overwhelming if you're not prepared, because it's just going to be like, how do we get from, okay, we just went on one date to like this next level stuff, like what's going on? For those of you that are in a connection already, again, momentum is picking up. I feel like you've been working on healing something within yourself when it comes to how you perceive love and how you perceive yourself in love. You've been noticing the care that you need to give yourself. Some people separate self-love from self-care. They're really not two different things. A person can fake taking care of themselves. They can act like, ooh, just because I did my nails, that's self-care. It's really not. Self-care goes so deep. And you can only go so deep when you're open to loving yourself. And that makes it easy for you to be in the energy necessary for someone else to notice that warmth and that radiance that you have. I feel like for many of you, whether you be masculine or feminine, you're coming in with that Queen of Wands energy, that allure, that attraction. Somebody sees you as really intense in all the good ways. You could be, or they could be, very popular. They could be someone popular. They don't have to be like an influencer or anything of that level, but they get a lot of attention. You could be someone that gets a lot of attention. However, the focus is on you. It doesn't matter how many people try to say hey to them. They're looking at you. You might be saying to yourself, well, I'm plain Jane. I don't do too much. The more you tap into the true you, the more the real you starts to express itself and show itself, especially in private moments, the more that they're just captivated. This is the energy of captivating someone, having a really warm heart. I'm actually getting Leo energy in its warmth. And I'm getting Aries energy in the sense of take action now, do it now. I got this. I'm confident in what I'm going to do. And I'm getting that Sagittarius energy when it comes to the arrow getting fired off, like shoot your shot. But just know that when that person, be it you or them, whoever's feeling the energy to take the chance to make a move, to say something, once that arrow is fired off, baby, there is no stopping it. It is going to keep going. Okay, it's going to keep going. We have the 6 of Cups here. Again, confirmation of this being a deep soul connection. I feel like this person and you've seen each other in passing. You know, if this isn't someone that you've talked to before, you might feel like I'm not with anyone right now. Maybe somebody didn't come to mind. You have come across this person before, even if it was in a small setting, but they're very aware of you. It's somebody, you'll know this energy because the moment you meet them, there's this I know who you are feeling. I'm hearing, some of y'all might resonate with Disney. I'm hearing Sleeping Beauty. That I know you, I've walked with you once or twice before. I know you, the gleam in your eyes are so familiar. Like, you know this person even if you don't know this person. Something about their energy is familiar. Why? Because they're soulfully bound to you. This person is your person. They could be someone that's pretty popular, or again, that could be both of your energies. Somebody here has that, yeah, everyone knows who they are. Look, they're so beautiful. Look, they're so this, oh, they're so talented, blah, blah, blah. Look at that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's the reaction I see people having to you or this individual or both of you. But one of you may not think that of yourself right now. Like, you don't think about yourself that way. You just kind of do you. But I do feel like one of you takes care of themselves very well in the way that they dress, in the way that they talk. There's this charisma, there's this style, and there's no denying it. The Queen of Wands is very confident. So with one person, it might be confidence, but they don't really flaunt it, if that makes sense. And with another person, they're confident. It's not that they're trying to flaunt it, but they ain't gonna deny it either. You know what I mean? Like, if you tell them, oh, you fine, I know. Not from a cocky place, but just like I know, thank you, but I know already. But I'm telling you, if you feel like I just met this person, why do I feel like I know them so well? Because the souls are connected. And if you notice, it's the masculine trying to kind of capture the feminine here. Like, hey, where you think you going? You don't remember me? You don't remember me? But we linked. We got a whole situation going on here. Hold on, guys. My camera's trying to be weird. I had to pause and fix my camera because it was trying to fall over. I feel like somebody, when you're around, that's how they feel. They kind of feel like I could just tumble over in love with this person. They're so attractive. They're so talented. They're so creative. I feel like I know them. That just, I gotta get that. I gotta get with that. There's an intuitive bond here. I feel like some of you may have dreamed of this person. You might be having dreams where you visualize them, they come in, but it's like when you wake up, you can't remember their face, or you can't remember, like you remember certain things, and then in comes this person, and all of a sudden it's like the pieces of the puzzle just start making sense. I just keep getting this vibe of you've met them in passing, you've had some type of, even if it was just a hello, hi. For others, it's like this, you don't know them, but you know that soul. In either of these scenarios, you know that soul. And as they talk to you, as you start to just conversate, before it even gets into a real, hey, can I ask you out type situation, there's this familiarity. You find yourself sometimes just knowing what the other one's thinking. And at first, it's like, oh, that's interesting, but then you start noticing, no, this is really intense. Like, we're finishing each other's sentences. What's going on here? And that's because these souls know each other. They're reuniting. Reuniting indeed, my love. We have 2 of Cups. Okay? the meeting, the exchange. I know you. I walked with you once or twice before. I know you. The gleam in your eyes is so familiar, a gleam. That song, yes, I know it's true. Their visions aren't often what they seem. But if I know you, I know what you'll do. You'll love me at once, the way you did once upon a... There's something about dreaming of this person or them feeling like they're your dream come true. They're coming in because it's time for you to put an end to this idea that you have to be lonely. For others, it's time for you to put an end to what your old belief systems were of love. And I'm not talking about from the standpoint of oh, maybe love isn't committed. Oh, maybe marriage isn't what I'm supposed to. No, I'm talking about if there were things that you tolerate, and many of you, you know what you tolerated in other connections. You know what got on your nerves. You know what made you leave the others behind. You tolerate that certain behavior to the point that you might have said to yourself, this is how women are. This is how men are. I warn you guys all the time that that type of mentality will lead you into more trouble than solutions. Okay? It's time to let that go. Because this person is going to come in, and while they're going to feel so familiar to you, they're going to open your eyes to a whole new world, to a whole new situation, to an all new beginning. But you got to release that pain. And I feel like you're going to do the same for them. This is someone who may not trust people easily. So the fact that they can meet you and that 8 of Wands energy comes in, that motion, that movement, that momentum to go, just, I got to get to know you. I got to get close to you. I'm having deep conversations with you. I tend to talk about things that I wouldn't normally talk to someone who I just met. And mind you, this is within the next 6 months. So within that period of time, the bond that grows between the two of you will be very intense. The only thing that can handicap it, the only thing that can make a hiccup is if someone doesn't take the time to release the things that need to be released. The 10 of Arrows, aka 10 of Swords, is about ending something completely. You don't revisit it. You don't revive it. It's gone. It's done. Why? Because it's time for the awakening of this connection. For some of you, you've been feeling your twin flame, but you haven't had the face-to-face yet. You've probably, and again, I tell you guys all the time, everybody's situation is different. Twin flame journeys are not all about separation. Some go through that. There are things from past lives. There are things that currently happen in the current incarnation that took place that they needed the separation to go through certain things individually before they could come together. But that is not everyone's story. Some of them meet each other and it's like, I know you too. Okay, what we doing? Now, it's not saying that you won't have some challenges and some things that you need to address and heal. Again, the 10 of Arrows is here saying, hey, some things need to be healed, some views and old ways need to be let go of, but you will activate each other. And divine feminines, remember something. The feminine energy, the feminine vessel as a whole, it tends to activate first because it is connected to the fertile energy. It's connected to the creation of life. Okay, this is why it's kind of weird when people downplay the womb space. It doesn't matter if you had kids, wanted kids, you are still a vessel that carries the energy of a portal. And when you're somebody that identifies as the feminine energy, you identify being close and connected to that portal-like energy regardless of vessel. So understand how those two things flow within you, because be you masculine that feels femme or be you woman who's fully embodying her feminine energy, the energies are going to flow and identify themselves in you a bit differently on a cosmic level. We're not just talking sexual preference here, okay? You can put that in the back burner. Understand that, because when you get around this person and you start activating, they might seem like they're moving at first a little slower than you. And then all of a sudden they start to pick up momentum. Again, that 8 of Wands is indicating, even if when you first meet each other, you say to yourself, let's take things slow. You know, over the next couple of days, over the next couple of weeks, let's just get to know each other before we really dive deep into this. At some point, there's going to be this like electric shock that takes place. And the next thing you know, it's going to be full activation. The synchronicities are going to be too blunt to ignore. This is Cupid. Okay, Cupid energy here, firing off the bow. And his beloved, like this energy of coming together and activating each other. We have the Prince of Coins, okay, the Knight of Coins. This is a committed person. This is a loyal individual. This is a connection that, you know, for those of you that are in it, you might have been, again, wanting to take your time, wanting to move slow. Once the momentum picks up, it's going to maintain, but you'll notice a consistency and stability when it comes to this connection. And again, that's why it's important for you to put old ways or old belief systems in the trash if they are not helping you with this connection to grow. We're going to get into V's Kiss from a Rose Oracle and get some messages. You could resonate with these coming from you to your person, but I'm particularly pulling them to get the energy of how your person's energy would talk to you, or how they may, talk to you in a face-to-face conversation. We have, you're my true love. It was always you. That Two of Cups energy, that we make sense together. We're a perfect partnership. That awakening energy. I see clearly now because all the rain is gone. I see it's going to be a bright, sunshiny day. That song's been channeling a lot, so if y'all hear that in more than one reading, it could be a sign for you. We have, are you killing time until someone better comes along? That's that 10 of Arrows energy. Like, if right now you're in a connection that doesn't feel like this, but you're seeing this, you need to ask yourself a serious question right now. If the situation you call yourself entertaining at the moment isn't on this level, and you instinctively know that there's a stronger bond that you're meant to be connected to, why are you lollygagging? Because that person's going to ask themselves the same question. I feel like if this is someone that was trying to talk to you and maybe you kept putting them off because you were with somebody. I'm not talking about they're trying to, break up a happy home type of energy. Just they notice that there's a certain type of person you put up with, or there's certain type of situations and belief systems about love that you tend to have that might be doing you more harm than good. This could be you saying it to them. Whatever that energy is representing that 10 of Arrows, something that needs to come to an end in order for this new love to really begin. Because remember, the 10s always lead back to a 1. But this person's like, at the end of the day, you're my true love, and it's always been you. We have, there's nothing about you I change. You're perfect. That Queen of Wands. Doesn't matter, you might have some things you feel insecure about, but they're like, at the end of the day, I choose you. Bottom of the deck, we have, in 100 lifetimes, I choose you over and over again. I just said I choose you out my mouth before looking at the bottom of the deck. Listen. Do you see the synchronicities? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? I can't stop hearing the Sleeping Beauty song, so somebody's about to wake up. If there's, whether it be you or them, if there's somebody that, they just haven't been understanding what the connection is. Like, why do I love this person so much? Why do I like you so much? What is it about you that's different than everyone else? How come I'm treating you different? Blah, blah, blah. You get where it's going. Something's shifting in them to be like, wait a minute. Wait, it's been you this whole time. I'm picking up on people who, again, some of y'all know each other, even if it's not, personal, it's been in passing. Maybe you guys knew friends that went to the same college or high school or something. Maybe they're friends with your brother. Take that how it resonates, because that just came out, that just channeled. Somebody's person is friends with a relative, like a brother or someone who's like a brother to you, but they know you. They could be someone that's just a few years older than you. So like, let's say when you were in, 11th grade, they might have been just entering college, and now that you're all full grown, it's like, wait a minute, it's always been you've been up under my nose this whole time. It's that kind of vibe. Someone has truly blossomed and bloomed in front of this person. I feel like they might have been around you maybe when y'all were younger. You could have been a bit, listen, I'm a nerd, so this is no shade, but you like kind of dress nerdy, or you kind of was simple, and then all of a sudden there was this glam blow up. It like, who you? And they're not trying to be, what's the word? Like an a-hole or like egotistical or nothing, but it's just maybe before they kind of saw you as like a friend, or just that's my friend's peoples, or my that's their people, whatever. I watch out for you, but I'm not checking for you like that. And then you come around them and that energy is just so magnifying that they can't deny you anymore. So it went from, oh, you so cute, to like, you fine, hold up. But why am I feeling all this extra stuff? I've never looked at you in that light, so I get feeling that you're attractive, but now why am I looking at you like like we should be having babies or something. What's going on? That's literally what somebody is thinking. I'm only saying the thoughts as they come in from the person. Let's get into Petals of Love from my sis Anais from Fire Wish Tarot's deck. Let's get into Petals of Love. We have, your positive thoughts are creating invisible magic. You see what I'm saying? And look, notice it's a feather. Feather aligns with thoughts. Thoughts go along with the arrows and the sword energy, the air energy. One of the reasons why I like when the suit is called feather, air, or something associated with nature, because truly the energies are more nature oriented than object oriented. Objects just represent like the harnessing of the energy. You staying in a positive vibe about your love life and about what you deserve in love is opening the road for this connection. Like I said in the beginning, there's a shift taking place inside of you, my love. And as it takes place inside of you, it gets harder for that person to deny you. And quite frankly, this is a collective message that goes for any and all of us in divine connections. When we stand in our power, we put ourselves out there, not necessarily saying we knock on their door and say, hey, you and me, let's go. But you know, if we want to be artists, we do our artwork. If you want to be reader, whatever it is, and you don't let nothing get in the way of you shining your light where it's meant to shine. You no longer create excuses like, oh, I just like being in the shadows. I like sitting in the back seat. Nah, some people are not meant to sit in the back seat. The more, this is, and I tell you guys all the time, soulmate connection, path driven. Twin flame, divine flame connection, that's mission driven. The more you stand in the power of your personal mission, it aligns you to your divine mission with your partner. And there's no, if I choose one path, it might disappear, it might go away. No, it just intensifies as long as you're walking in your destiny. Your thoughts manifest the reality around you. Some of you watching this are like on the border of wanting to kind of give up. Like, yeah, you're doing individual things for yourself, but in a way, it's like you're programming yourself to think, well, you know what? I don't mind having, the occasional partner or whatever, or somebody that I can just kind of like go out with when I want to have fun. I'm getting like almost an older woman vibe, like I'm older now. I'm just enjoying my life. And for some of you younger, you might be putting yourself on that list before it's even time to think that way. But it's not because it's not natural. It's not organic. It's more like you just don't want to keep going through disappointments anymore. And so instead of opening yourself to say, you know what, love is going to find me, or rather love is already with me because I love myself, because I'm seeing the dynamic power of who I am. And therefore, if I can't deny it, who the hell else is going to deny it? You know what I mean? And so it opens the door. That confidence opens the door. Because you know what you're going to tolerate and what you're not going to tolerate. That person has to come to you correct. And you hear some men say it and they're just, talking. They just be taking the piss, as they say, overseas. Are you taking a piss? Somebody here is British. Hello, love. You're taking a piss. Some dudes just be taking a piss. Like, they just be talking crazy. But real men love confidence. They're not going to bullshit you about it. They're not going to tell you that. And then when you show a confident version of yourself, they're shaming it to some capacity. No, they're going to hype it up. They're going to want it. They're going to say, take that confidence out of me. Show me more. Keep it coming. They're going to want to not flaunt you out of a bragging right, but just to be like, that's my baby. That's my heart right. Do you see that? That's being a real man. Now, each one's going to have a different way of doing that and displaying that. Right? Because everybody has their own individual way of expressing and so on and so forth. But they're never going to shame you for standing in your power. And it's important to recognize the difference between standing in your power and just being defensive. Now, a lot is coming out my mouth really fast as I channel. Feel free to rewatch this, slow it down, listen to it in parts if you have to. Let's get more messages about your love here, this divine love, and what's happening within it within the next 6 months. We have, okay, for some of you, you've only spent a short amount of time with this person. And that's another reason that some of what you're experiencing with them may seem so unrealistic. Because at the end of the day, you've only really spent like a short amount of time, and you're wondering, how is it that so much energy is boiling and picking up in this connection when I feel like I just met them, or I'm just getting to see this side of them. Again, if there's someone you know, you may not know the romantic side of them, you know the friend side of them. For someone else, because this is strongly channeling, for someone else, that question that came out earlier, like how long are you going to pretty much put up with the bull? There's another connection that you might be in right now. It's not really serious, or it's on its last leg, and you holding on to it is blocking you from having this person come in. So even if they don't know you personally yet, it's kind of hard to come in towards you because you are distracted with an energy. Probably a soulmate path that's run its course. Remember, that's path driven. So when you start to align with a new path, that person, they're not suited to the energy anymore. They're just not aligned. For some of you, this could be a karmic energy. Somebody that, I'm kind of getting that we fool around energy. Like someone that you fool around with, or a connection that, again, is on its last leg and you're only really tolerating it because of how long you've been in it. Let it go. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are, especially if, for both, but especially if you're younger, because the next thing you know, you'll blink, several more years would pass, then you'll finally break up and be like, well, damn, I wasted how much time on this person. And for those who are older, stop seeing it as wasted time if you leave this individual. There were lessons learned. There might have been blissful moments. There might have been agonizing moments. Whatever, however, there was something you got from the situation that can help you evolve as a person, as a being. Take those lessons. You can evolve on them. You can transmute them, and so on and so forth, and move on to the new energy. Because again, your thoughts are creating your reality. And if you keep on settling for someone that's not loving you right, by the time that good person come around, you'll disregard them. And you're not going to be able to look at them and be like, it's your fault. No, because Spirit gave you the heads up multiple times. Leave the connections that aren't authentic. I don't care if they're lovers, friends, or otherwise. The more you get into authentic situations and connections, you open the door for that Two of Cups to finally align with the partner that is for you, that was divinely placed here for you, and you were divinely placed here for them, and y'all can connect and do what you got to do. For some of y'all, I feel like that happiness is right around the corner. We have my fun babe. This is someone who makes you laugh. You make them laugh. They're not here to make you miserable. I feel like they can be your hype woman or man. They hype you up. They love you. They love what you do. They tell everybody, you see what my girl did? You see what my dude did? You see how gorgeous they is? Look at that. Building and creating together. Listen. Oh! What I tell you, at the bottom of the deck, I said date. Somebody about to go on a date. Haters can't stand y'all being happy. Ten of Swords. What I just tell y'all, any connection that is not serving your highest good, and it's going, the same thing that applies to you is going to apply to them, just maybe in a different way of working out. Let those connections go, because this connection is really magnetic and powerful. This is a divine connection right here. This is when you align with your destiny and you help them awaken and align with their destiny. There's a realization that's coming in here. Allow yourself to accept that. Claim your blessings. Go ahead and put in the comment section below, I deserve my divine love. Claim that victory, darlings. And without further ado, your reading is through. Peace, love, and light, beautiful souls.
Get your copy of Love Confession Cyber Edition. Link in bio.